Hello and welcome to the Young Turks Dream Decade. I'm Shireen Bhan. Over the next 30 minutes, we travel the length and breadth of the country to bring you India's hottest young entrepreneurial talent. On the Young Turks tutorial, we give a young startup a chance to be mentored by his or her venture capitalist of choice. And on the YT Buzz, we tell you about everything that's making news in the world of entrepreneurship. Here's a quick glimpse of what we have lined up. Our first guest is a 28-year-old second-generation entrepreneur. Atit joined his family business Hindustan Tin Works in 2004, and since then, he's helped grow the company's revenues to 300 crore rupees. A leading manufacturer of metal packaging, Hindustan Tin Works is a supplier to companies like Parle Agro, Reckitt Benckiser and Nestle. Shruti went on the road to find out what Atit has in store for Hindustan Tin Works. Obama's presidential campaign slogan said, "Yes, we can." And my guest today, Atit Bhatia, says the same and in fact is doing it as well. Chair next of Hindustan Tin Works, India's leading manufacturer of cans, Atit is all set canning up the next phase of growth for his over 50-year-old company. Take a look.
In 1977, when Atit Bhatia's family took over Hindustan Tin Works, they began the works to mold India's leading metal can manufacturing company. From a sick unit then to a 300 crore rupee metal packaging business today, Atit is now taking over the reins as a second-generation entrepreneur. We visited their plant at Sonipat to know more about this turnaround story. In 2006, Hindustan Tin Works partnered Rexam plc of UK to form a joint venture company, Rexam Hindustan Tin Works Beverage Can India, country's first two-piece can manufacturer. Manufacturing an array of metal packaging ranging from baby products to processed food, coffee, dairy products, paints, pesticides and even lubricants, the tie-up has helped Hindustan Tin Works enter the beverage can market in India. Consuming 25,000 metric tons of tin plate every year, Hindustan Tin Works has an installed capacity to manufacture 250 million cans annually.
You joined the business in 2004 and you've pretty much worked your way up. How was the experience like, and were there apprehensions as there are aspirations to be met?
It was quite challenging. Then when I saw the opportunity and I got an official kickstart with basing myself in Mumbai and setting up a greenfield project for two-piece beverage cans, I think all the apprehensions took a back seat and then there was no looking back.
So what has been your focus since you've joined? What have you brought to the table?
My focus really has been new market development, new product development, growing the overall market. When I started, the market was about 60 million cans. In 5 years, now the market is about 600 million cans.
You launched the Rexam HTW Can School in India in 2005, and Rexam HTW Can Beverage India is your first joint venture. Tell us about it and how has it helped the company consolidate its position in the market?
We thought we should share the global knowledge of Rexam and share the global practices with the customers in India, so that will also make our life easier, because anything that happened new with the cans, customers thought that was a problem and then we were called for it. So now we thought we should impart the knowledge, leverage on the global scale and educate the customers.
Besides food can processing, Hindustan Tin Works is also the largest producers of lithographic metal containers, and you've also entered into the beverage can market. How has the going been in those segments?
We've seen phenomenal growth in the beverage can market. It has grown substantially in the last 5 years. We are still bullish about the beverage can market. We think it's going to grow 25% year on year. Other markets that are growing, we feel paint segment is growing. There is significant growth, similar 25-30% growth in the aerosol can segment also. Okay. So the company is focusing on various segments other than food, where we are seeing good growth in the market, and the company will be moving forward in investing into new technologies and coming up with growing products.
Having already invested over 40 crore rupees in the last 4 years to equip its plant with latest technology, Hindustan Tin Works today caters to FMCG clients like Nestle, Reebok, PepsiCo, Asian Paints, United Breweries and Reckitt Benckiser. Exporting printed tin sheets and can components worth 50 crore rupees to 22 countries across the globe, Hindustan Tin Works has grown 18% year-on-year for the last 4 years.
Top line growth has been 18% for the company, but the bottom line growth in the last 4 years, the 4-year average is about 62%,
62%.
Bottom line growth to the company. And we are very proud of it. I think what has really happened is this really shows the kind of investments we've made in the past are taking the company to the right direction.
You have more than 20% share of the food can market in India. How do you plan to increase this, and what potential do you see in the packaging industry in India?
See, the total metal packaging industry is about 3,500 crores. The company's focus is shifting from only a food can manufacturing company to a company that is a metal packaging solution provider.
Okay.
So adding new products like aerosol, focusing more on paint cans, focusing on beverage cans. I mean, these are the areas which will really drive the company forward.
The focus of the company for the last couple of years has been on exports. In fact, you're one of the few companies who export to China. How have you made this reverse flow possible?
Exports to China also came as a surprise to us. We have made ourselves competitive on a global level. What we export to China are the ends, which has almost zero freight, very little freight. So I think the right technology is what we have.
You launched the Can Environment Week in 2010. What was the idea behind it?
To mark the 200th birth year of a can. The can was invented in 1810. We thought we should launch a campaign from the concept of the World Recycling Day and the World Environment Day. So we marked a Can Environment Week for the world. What we did was we got support from 8 countries around the world. So we thought while doing all these things, we should do something for the people who are really involved in the recycling chain. So we identified rack pickers as the cog in the recycling wheel. We did a lot for the upliftment of their lives. We provided rural health insurance schemes to 200 rack pickers.
Taking the business forward, Atit has plans to set up more manufacturing units across the country. But there are plenty of challenges on the road ahead.
There is not anything specific being done for our industry, though we had lobbied from the industry to have, let's say, fiscal incentives to promote environment-friendly packaging.
Yeah.
With the recent ban on gutka packaging, which you must have heard of, you know, they don't have an alternate that is cost-effective. So in order to encourage the FMCG players to go for environment-friendly packages, we thought we should ask the government to provide some incentives.
Yeah.
Secondly, our industry also faces we are an inverted duty structure. So we face a big challenge of SANVAT accumulation credits. So we had also asked the government to somehow provide refund to our industry, because that money should be available to us for capex and further expansion. But something that good has happened, as the income tax surcharge from 7.5 has gone down to 5%.
Yeah.
So that should give us a little more money for our expansion projects.
So clearly you're not very happy with the budget, but with the talking about GST, it's scheduled for 2012. What are your plans with that, and how is it going to impact your business?
I think GST overall for the country would be the biggest boom. I think we need simplification of taxes, and it's good if it can come out in 2012. If it addresses the SANVAT accumulation issue, that would be very helpful for our business.
All right, talking about your future plans, are you looking at setting up more manufacturing units to just facilitate more exports?
So in principle, decision is to move to an alternate location. We are still waiting for the right scale, the right time. We are working on the blueprint of the project.
So any plans of acquiring a company, and if you are, then what markets would you be looking at?
So as a company, we are looking at opportunities for acquisitions. As soon as we have the right opportunity, I think we will jump
And
for
it will be in the similar space?
The Indian market is only growing at 5%. If there are other markets which are growing faster, we do not mind investing in other
And
markets.
what would those other markets be?
The world is flat.
All right, so before I let you go, what is the management mantra of Atit Bhatia, and how is your working style different from your father?
I think growing HTW beyond the geographies of India is what I look for. And I think what really the difference has been that now I am happy to do business in another country. I have that comfort level. So there has been a significant amount of debate between my brother Saket, me and my father, so that we should have businesses in other countries as well.
And he's agreed to that.
He's agreed to that.
Ateet, all the best with all your plans, and thank you very much for joining us on Young Turks.
You're most welcome. It has been a pleasure talking to you.
Ateet here's wishing you the very best of luck. Time for us to take a break, but when we return, Karishma Daswani, the founder of femhire.com, in a tutorial with Anirudh Singh of Kanan Partners.